It's the Happy Hippo Harmonium channel here, and let's look at how to play Govinda Hare, Gopaala Hare by our old buddy Krishna Das. It's a very, very beautiful one, and I don't think it's too hard. You can do a lot with it. So let's go check it out and get right into it. So let's look at the song Govinda Hare, Gopaala Hare by Krishna Das. So this song is played in the key of C, and it has 3 chords in it, and 2 parts. So, with this song, it's quite easy just to play the chords, and the only thing that you'll need to know is a couple of chord inversions. So if you don't quite understand chord inversions, go check out my chord inversion video. It's actually, chord inversions are really, really useful, and they just help your playing so much. But I will quickly go through them here in brief. So basically, the first chord is C major, and that consists of the notes C, E, and G. And then you invert that chord also, and you play it like this. So you take the top G, and you play an octave lower, and that now makes it G, C, and E. Then you've got F major, so I play it like this, A, C, and F. And I take that bottom A, and I play an octave higher as well, and then I've got C, F, and A. And then I take, finally, G major, and that's G, B, and D. And I take that bottom G, and I play it 1 octave higher, and that is now a B, a D, and a G. So those are your chords. There's only 3 chords, and each chord is played in 2 inversions. So what I'll do is I'll sing through the song for you, and then afterwards we'll just talk about the 2 parts. So it goes, Govinda Hare, Gopaala Hare, Prabhu, deena, dayaala Hare. Second part, Govinda Hare, Gopaala Hare, Prabhu, deena, dayaala Hare. So the only thing that you need to note with this song is that the chords are held for a count of 2. And that when you come in, the Govinda, so the Vin lands on the first beat. So Govinda Hare. So those are your 2 key key pointers. So let's have a look at the first progression. Well, it goes C to F to C to G to F to C to G and back to C. Sounds like a lot, but if you write it out and go through it a few times, it'll just roll off your fingers like you've done it forever. So again, the only thing that you need to know here is that the Govinda, the Vin, lands on the first beat. Govinda Hare. And that's pretty much it with the first progression, to be honest. There's not much else you need to know except for practice, practice, practice. And then when we look at the second progression, it goes like this. G to F to C to G to F to C to G and then back to C. Again, seems like there's a lot of chords in there, but write it out and you'll actually find that the second part of that progression is exactly the same as the second part of the first progression. And again, muscle memory is your friend. Just keep doing it over and over again and you'll have it in no time. So the last thing that I want to show you is that you can add the melody to this song really easily and play them sort of intermixed, or play the melody intermixed with the chords. So the way I do this when I'm figuring it out is I just figure out the melody first and then I try and sort of overlay the chords. So the melody goes like this. And then what I do is when I add the chords, sometimes I even leave notes out from the chord because I just feel it sounds better that way. So this is how I would play it. This is how I would play the whole song with chords and melody mix. So it would go. So again, that takes a little bit of time, a little bit of practice, but it's not too hard. At the start it looks like magic, but at the end it's actually really, really easy. And see, you can see here, for example, just a little note before we finish. This is the note that I ended on. That's effectively a C, but I've left out this E. And that's because that note here, this C here, is where you're is the last note that you sing. Hare. So you don't need to add that higher E, even though it still works because it's part of the C major chord. So I hope that all made sense, and if you like the video, leave a comment, and if you have any suggestions, they're always appreciated. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.